Florida in blue, Miami in white. UNF will do the honors with the opening kickoff, and away we go. Underway at Cobb Stadium. Right on the ball is Lynch for North Florida, and a quick throw in by Data. Now back for Miami. And the Hurricanes with their first touch of the night. Miami leads the all-time series 4 wins. No losses. Miami a 1-0 winner in Coral Gables in August of 22. In the past, we'll see what Miami has under the new head coach. Recently, a struggle for Miami to generate offense.
And a really good opportunity here. The first game of the season at home. Yes, you have to deal with a little bit of a delay. But now what does the reaction look like from the girls? You want to take this game and really ask a lot of questions of this UNF side.
Clarice Foley, redshirt freshman season, starting for Miami in goal. 5'11". There's Tori Grambo. Seemed like forever Miami had Melissa Dagenet in goal. So a little different to see a new goalie for Miami. She'll have JJ Endahl in front of her. We were to get underway at 5 o'clock this afternoon, and when you know it, right about 4:55, we had a monsoon. Not only did we have a monsoon, we had an electrical charge monsoon. I think the number of lightning strikes was like 1,900.
So that means that the natural grass here at Cobb Stadium is going to move really quickly. So for every single player that walked across that white line, your first touch is going to be everything. You have a clean first touch, that's going to set you up for success.
Both squads been working hard for about the last 3 weeks in training camp. Kozarski with a throw in for Miami, and now make that Grambo. Grambo from Bartram Trail, Florida. So not too far away from the University of North Florida. Grambo, a transfer from the University of Florida. Had a goal against Georgia Southern. Grambo, an experienced player for Miami, and that's what the transfer portal does for you in every sport. Grambo playing in her 39th career match, her 23rd career start. This one wellied in and deflected away by North Florida. First opportunity for Miami, and it gets pinballed around.
Really dangerous opportunity here for University of Miami. You put the ball in a dangerous area, and you cause a little bit of chaos in front of the net. Amelia Nakano.
Kozarski will hand it away to Grambo. As I mentioned earlier, last year was a struggle for Miami to score. Quite frankly, a struggle the last couple of years. How difficult is it to change a team's mentality over 1 year, although many of the players have changed?
I think it's all about confidence. You look at what you've done on the training ground in preseason. You want to see and have your players see the ball hit the back of the net, because as an attacking player, your confidence is everything. So if you can get high up the field and really put some pressure on the opposing goalkeeper early and often here for University of Miami, it's going to set up and do a world of good for the Hurricanes. The other side for UNF, home opener away from, your first game of the season away from home. How do you weather the storm? That's going to be the big question for the visiting side.
Yeah, weathering the storm was a big question indeed. We all had to weather the storm. Just underway, Cobb Stadium on a soggy night after heavy rains and a lot of lightning. Turnover, and Cosgrove is there for North Florida, and quickly turns it over to Miami. Nudge from Gallagher onto the foot of Nicholson. Rambo in a retreat. Miami trying to find their way forward, and seems as if every alley is cut off. Nice job by Gallagher. Now Endo on it at midfield. And a turnover, and here comes North Florida. Ospreys with their first opportunity. Not much there. Easy play for Foley.
To see how comfortable the Hurricanes are in possession, moving the ball from left to right. So now as you bring out this UNF side, you need to be really clever when you try to play vertical. You cannot give any sloppy turnovers because you just see how good UNF is at turning their defense into offense.
Here's Miami with Gallagher and plays it out wide, and the Hurricanes are on the march. Up the left flank and poked away just outside the box. Hurricanes will have to go from offense to defense. North Florida trying to connect with a wildly ambitious pass on a long one down the sideline, intended for Data. Foley with the goal kick for Miami, the redshirt freshman. Late grandfather was inducted into the Sports Officials Hall of Fame. Nice booming kick to release some pressure, but off the header, it ricochets toward North Florida. North Florida with some momentum in the box. The first shot off the post. Miami trying to defend for their lives. North Florida just missed from putting a pin in Miami's balloon. Hit the post.
Talk about how direct this North Florida side can be. I do think that's Data. Head down, full of steam. Really good placement, just gets denied by Foley's far post. What an opportunity that would have been for North Florida to get their early goal here.
Almost an early shocker by North Florida. Now off the corner kick. Comes in low and cleared away by Miami. Cosgrove connects with Thompson. And then wide for Dudley. Cosgrove finds some space, nudges it forward for Dudley. Dudley checked there along the sideline by Nicholson. Dudley toward the end line, Nicholson right with her. North Florida with the best chance so far. Almost put North Florida in front 1-0 early on here. Ricky, that would have been put Miami to a back pedal.
Really good decision in that instance from Foley to understand as North Florida is pressing high, try to regain some real estate and push the ball higher up the field. Really difficult when you have to deal with a team that's pressing, trying to force turnovers higher. So how clean can you be if you are University of Miami? That's going to be a big question for the Hurricanes.
Allison Sewers, who's a freshman from Land O'Lakes, Florida, Cypress Creek High School. Her first collegiate game. Almost got herself a collector's item. Now it's Miami's turn. Off the left foot, not much of a threat. Miami and North Florida kind of going back and forth. Nice takeaway by Cerna. Cerna, a veteran of this Miami team. Been here for a long time. Cerna tonight playing in her 40th match, her 19th career start. last year started 17 games for the University of Miami, an injury for North Florida. Allison Sowers nearly made it a sour start for Miami. Let's see what happened here. A bit of a collision. Chloe Lynch looks like she's going to have to limp off the field here. Getting some assistance from Paige McSwiggan. And ready to enter the fray, Sophia Hayag. Sophia Hayag. Hayag from Jacksonville. Transferred in from Wofford. Played in 10 matches a season ago. All right, 10 minutes into the match here in Coral Gables.
Better decision making from University of Miami over the last couple minutes, especially as UNF is throwing a lot of numbers forward. Now you have to play direct and try to win second balls because the ball's farther away from your defending goal. Now the question for the home side is how good can you be at containing possession higher up the field and putting more pressure on UNF?
Saw Ken Masura, hired from Vanderbilt, was an assistant there, longtime assistant Vanderbilt, of course, with a great soccer program. Now on the run for Miami. Along the sideline, Gallagher trying to get there. Good bit of defending by North Florida. Gallagher on the run. Siase there also. Throw in by Cerna. Trying to get it right back. Cerna has it off the left foot. Nice step around move and a beautiful cross, but nobody on the other side. And North Florida now with long strides racing up the sideline. Nice job by the Ospreys until it goes the other way. Gallagher on the ball for Miami. Almost a critical mistake there.
Gallagher's been really active for University of Miami, whether it's playing centrally or whether it's on the wide areas of the field. She wants to get on the ball early and often. Her and Edwards have a very good understanding between the two of them.
Landers chases after it for Miami. And there's the stop by Milincano.
Really good ball from Landers. That's when you're an attacking player. You have to have the ability to slash across that near post, because if you do, you get on the end of it and you put Milincano under some pressure. In the end, really good goalkeeping.
North Florida's done some good work here tonight. Put some pressure on Miami's defense.
You just see the numbers, how many they commit forward, especially in transitional moments. Something that if you're Eric Alconer, you have to be very pleased with how your girls have approached this match through the first 13 minutes here.
Endall waiting and then gets rid of it. Middle of the field. Endall gets it right back for Cerna. Cerner being checked by Data. McSwiggan makes a nice defensive play. Now it's Miami. Passing just a little bit off. There's Landers, made a good run earlier. Landers for Miami, a transfer in from Boston College. It's the big challenge in college athletics, Ricky. We're seeing it first here. First sport out of the blocks is women's soccer. Everybody's got an all-star team now with the transfer portal, different teams, different rosters. One of the questions is going to be, how quickly do you adjust? How can you bring a team together, make them into a team?
Yeah, it's a luxury to have, but also it's a big challenge for a lot of coaches around the country. Because yes, you can bring in a talented individual, but how do they fit into the larger item, which is the team? Collectively, how do they gel together? And that's exactly what you want for preseason. Players that are understanding their teammates, where they want the ball, how they want the ball, the movements that the head coaches are trying to instill here. So yes, it's the first game of this 2024 campaign for both of these clubs. So don't expect it to be perfect, but yet you can see some building blocks.
Can Miami get forward? A nice job cutting in by Flynn. Maura Flynn quickly on the move.
She's been really impressive, Maura Flynn. The ability to run and show different looks going forward. She also does really well to recover.
Flynn didn't play last year because of an injury.
A lot more mobility on the front line for University of Miami that we've seen.
First college appearance for Flynn. Here's Grambo from the corner. First corner for Miami, trying to get ahead on it. Quick throw, and both teams playing at a pretty good pace, though.
It's been really entertaining. It's been really high quality for 16 minutes. The ball's moving extremely quick. Very clean in terms of the technical ability from both of the sides. But now you're just asking for someone to be a little bit more courageous, higher up the field, and put more pressure on the goalkeepers.
Flynn for Gallagher. Dangerous spot for North Florida. Through a thicket of Miami defenders. And now on to moving across the midfield line. And racing up the left side. Hayag. Hayag came off the bench. Tried to pinpoint a pass. That was deflected away by Miami. Near side, Cosgrove. Two white jerseys there for Miami. Cosgrove nudges it, gets it back, but not much there. Easy play for Grambo to reset for the Canes.
If you're Cosgrove there, if you want to put your foot on the ball and just recycle it, go out the other way. No options going forward. Give credit to UM defensively. Really sound in their structure, especially in the center part of the field.
Grambo cut off by Data. Easy pass going backwards for McCartney. Grambo collects that one. Miami trying to see if they can find somebody to get free to scamper off with the ball. Instead, scampering away is North Florida. Nice move, trying to usher her way through the defense. Hayag gets her right foot onto it. Foley there with an easy play. Nearly 20 minutes in and no score. We've had one big opportunity so far. Allison Sowers nearly gave North Florida the lead. About 6 minutes into the match, hit it off the post. Throw in coming for Miami's Kozarski. Miami, the ACC, North Florida, the A-Sun. Grambo. That pass a little too hot. Grambo again claims the ball for Miami. Plays it back for McCartney. What are the Hurricanes searching for right here?
You just see how expansive they are, especially in the back. So you have Grambo, you have Cerna pinching very wide, and then you have McCartney essentially. So what that does, that affords the players higher up the field to create more numbers and create a little bit of an overload. So now if you are UM, you need to play a little bit more direct and to break lines because everything has been in front of UNF. And that makes life very easy for the visiting side because all they do is just shift from left to right. But when you play a little bit more direct, balls like this are going to put them under a lot of pressure.
Canes with a chance here. This one chipped in. It's loose, an opportunity. Nice save by North Florida. Miliancano gets her hands on it and deflects it away and repels Miami. Hurricanes had a chance set up by Endall. And a good bit of goalkeeping by North Florida. Now the Ospreys the other way. And they've got a 1v1. And Foley is there to collect it.
Just see what happens when you play direct. Fantastic ball over the top from Grambo. And now you're asking North Florida to cover a lot of ground. Put the ball in a dangerous area. And you get rewarded. How good is this save? Miliancano, how quickly she gets up to deny.
Flynn had the chance off the deflection, off the rebound. Flynn was right there, hunting her first goal. Endall did a nice job of setting things up with a nice, clever chip.
Right on top of that 6-yard box, and Moore Flynn does really well to join the attack from a deep lying position. Just gets denied by Miliancano. But you just see how good Miami can be when they put their foot on the ball, when they're patient and picking the right times, when to play in beyond this UNF side.
Both teams with an opportunity. Neither one able to break the ice so far. Miliancano once, twice, and now comes down with it. Tried to punch it away and didn't get a good enough punch. It took 2 punches to get it.
Through 22 minutes, she's been under some pressure from University of Miami, but she's done quite well for herself, commanding her 18-yard box.
Redshirt junior, by the way, from Miami, played for Team Boca. So a bit of a homecoming for her. North Florida with a chance on the wing. Hayag hoping somebody would arrive. Endall with the clear for Miami.
Yet again, really well done by Moore Flynn. That first pass for University of Miami is going to be everything. As UNF, they commit a lot of numbers forward, so if you're able to turn them over, your first pass needs to be into your front line. As we've seen through 23 minutes, this North Florida side can leave themselves exposed going back to the way.
Hurricanes are, to use a football term, they are spreading the field here, stretching it out.
Trying to make it as big as possible. And what that will do, that will spread out the defensive structure of the Ospreys, and that's when you can play in between those gaps.
There's a deflection. Flynn quickly gets there. Plays it off to her left. Good chance for Miami. In the box, Flynn looking for it. It was Grambo working up the left flank this time.
Been really impressed with the positioning of Grambo. We've seen her play supply with the ball over the top. Now she joins the attack high. Very comfortable with the ball at her feet. And putting some pressure on this UNF side.
Rambo appeared in 17 games last year. Canali comes in for Miami. Flynn will get a rest. Canali comes in, the freshman from West Boca. Hard play by Cerna. McCartney lobs it to the left side. Will Miami get the icebreaker right here on the doorstep? McCartney retrieves it. Being watched by Data. Endall with a nice touch, and on the move is Gallagher, trying to give it back to Endall. We'll see who can conjure up a bit of wizardry here. Will it be Miami? Canali.
The same types of runs that we've seen from University of Miami. When this ball comes wide, you're asking a central player to make a run down the channel. We've seen more Flynn do it. Now you have Canali come in. Something that if you're the head coach, you have to be very pleased with the understanding, because that's something that comes off the training ground. How do you unbalance the opposition? Miami has done a really good job through 26 minutes of understanding the principles.
I would say the last 7 minutes or so, Miami has carried the play.
It has been back and forth. Obviously, the first, I would say, 2 to 3 minutes, they were the better side. Then we saw North Florida hit the post, so they grew in confidence. But now since that, Miami has got on the ball, has dictated tempo, has played this game with the speed that they want to.
Another long ball. Rambo's covering a lot of territory here in the first half. She's played on both the right and the left. Now off a turnover, North Florida turns it into a goal. The first one of the night, the first one of the season. And North Florida stuns Miami off a turnover. They punish the Hurricanes in the 26th minute of the first half. And another look at it, Ricky.
That's the risk you run if you are University of Miami trying to play out of the back. Any turnover is detrimental. Bit of a sloppy touch here. And it's Sowers that gets on the end of it. The technical ability from the striker, heads down, her laces through the ball into that top corner. Fantastic goal, maybe against a run of play, yes. But UNF, they take the lead here in the 27th minute.
Sowers missed the first time, but not the second time. Got a second bite of the cherry, and this time found the back of the nets.
Just hits it so well with enough pace to get it by Foley. Nothing that the goalkeeper can't do. The fantastic strike from Allison Sowers to get her first goal in the season and take the lead here on the road.
A freshman from Land O'Lakes, Florida. A three-time first-team all-conference selection. Hit the post earlier, and this time found the back of the nets. A lot of celebrating tonight in Land O'Lakes. So a first half stunner, 1-0 North Florida. Now, if you're in Miami after playing so well, I guess I jinxed them. They're playing very well, and just like that, off a turnover, which hurts you in every sport, Hurricanes find themselves on the wrong end here on opening night.
I think you continue to do what you've been doing, but now it all comes down to decision making, understanding if they press high, that's when you need to play in beyond. And if they drop off, that's when you can play from left to right to open up those gaps. Bit of a sloppy touch from Edwards, and you just see at this level, Division I, women's college soccer, you're going to get punished for those mistakes, especially right in front of your goal. It's a good test for University of Miami now to show a little bit of character.
One goal in on now, North Florida. Almost 30 minutes into our opener here at Cobb Stadium in Coral Gables. Sowers, top left, off the right foot. Pontieri got the assist. Bella Pontieri for the 1-0 lead for North Florida. As Miami tries to stretch the field, Ricky, North Florida not doing a lot of chasing, almost as if to say, you'll come to us.
100%. It's the discipline from Eric Falconer's side. There is clear triggers that they're going to press a little bit higher, but they're okay with not having the ball. Only 11 players behind the ball, making life very difficult. So now if you are University of Miami, you have to bait them out. You have to move the ball quickly, make one of them step, and when they step, that's when you can play into that space that was vacated. The second part for that for University of Miami now, just play a little bit more direct. That's when you had your most success. We saw Granville put a ball in, more Flynn, more actions like that to see out this first half.
One 1-0 lead for North Florida. Endahl gets it away and looking to get it back. Endahl at the top of the box. Miami putting some pressure. Chance for the Canes. Shot by Gallagher is deflected away. Hayag with some fancy feet. Long ball played by North Florida into space. Fully there for Miami. By the way, North Florida, that area of Florida is very fertile in terms of developing soccer players. Great programs in the north part of the state for North Florida to choose from. Jacksonville, St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, all up and down that area. A very good spot for club soccer.
100%, and that feeds into the college ranks as well. Makes life very easy for the coaching staff at North Florida just to go into their local tournaments. Plethora of talent.
Gallagher in, Nicholson out. Jordan Losey comes in. Hurricanes' third corner of the night. North Florida 5 shots, Miami 3. Here's the corner. Canes still trying to make something out of it. Cerna trying to get to it. It pinballs. Here's a chance. Third opportunity for Miami. A lot of pressure under for North Florida, and that one goes over the crossbar.
We've seen Miami have a lot of success when you just put the ball in a dangerous area right in front of her goal. I mean, Kano. But as this ball pops out, Caroline Hood Well, 12 yards out, if you put it on target, you can find the back of the net. Set pieces have shown how dangerous this Miami side can be.
Cosgrove on the near sideline. Hayek tried to the back heel it. Cerna will play it back for Foley. 1-0 North Florida. Tamares enters the fray. McSwiggan will get a rest. North Florida capitalized on a Miami mistake. A turnover in the 27th minute turned into the first goal of the season.
The second time that we've seen that sort of pass, and it's fantastic. But now if you are Giovanni Canali, I don't think can your first touch be at retaining possession, because if you do, you can cause a lot of problems for UNF.
Cosgrove again on the near side, weighing her options. Cosgrove takes a look at the field. Sends it to no man's land. Sideline entry for Cerna. Now Foley. We were hit with about a 2-hour delay. A lot of rain. A lot of lightning bolts piercing the sky here this afternoon.
The same sort of thing, fantastic ball in, but yet Kelly Gallagher unable to connect that secondary pass, because if you do, you break that line of pressure and you have tons of real estate to operate in for University of Miami. The problem is that you're unable to connect and getting any sort of rhythm when building out of the back.
About 10 minutes to go here in the first half. And a 1-goal to none lead for North Florida. Sometimes at this level, 1 goal can be devastating. It takes the wind right out of a team's sails, and therefore somebody else has got to be able to light the fuse or maybe reignite a team. Seems like maybe Miami is searching for that right now.
You're looking for the leaders within the side, and if you are Kevin Stewart, you're looking at a player that you can count on to be that engine.
Here's Endall with a chance. Endall is cut off by Siasi.
To be that engine, to be that personality to uplift and galvanize the rest of her teammates.
JJ Endall played IMG Academy, a transfer from Duke. Tonight playing in her 23rd collegiate match. 344 minutes on her resume. Saw there made the Senegal national team. That one nicely flicked. And now a takeaway. Canali gets to it wide. What can she do with it? Corner kick. Canali's done a nice job since coming on. keeping the energy up.
You're seeing her, or whether it is more Flynn, really active on that front line. And what that does, as you make those runs towards the corner, you pull out one of the center backs for UNF. And that'll open up a gap for a secondary run. If you're Ken Masur, that's something that you need to see a little bit more of. Getting more numbers into the box, higher up the field, and threatening the UNF goal.
It'll be a throw-in, sideline entry for Miami. Canali surrounded. Cerna threads a tight needle there and toward the far post. Miami's still alive here, trailing by 1, and I think the flag went up on that one. There's Canali from West Boca. And making her collegiate debut for Miami. All county player, all 4 years. North Florida with the opportunity off the foot of Getz. Caroline Hood doing a lot of fighting and defending. The Secretary of Defense. Gazarski had a notion to surf up the sideline and was cut off by Fry. All right, Ricky, we're entering that part of the half. The final 4 or 5 minutes. Always good to win those final couple of minutes of the first half. Right now, Miami's on the wrong end, trailing 1-0. North Florida very content to take this 1-0 lead to the locker room.
Trying to get that momentum going into halftime. A big 5 minutes for University of Miami on the attacking phase of the game. That's a good ball yet again.
Good work by Canali. Trying to get through a thicket of defenders. Making Milicano do a little work, who has a big save in this game so far.
Been really impressed with Canali. Remember, U20 Brazilian national team. Won a medal with her youth international team as well. Has a very good feel of the spaces that she picks up. Very comfortable on the ball. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with for University of Miami. You compare her with Maura Flynn. You have 2 players that can complement each other very well.
Story of the first half, a miscue by Miami. And North Florida pounced on it. And that's the difference in the game right now. North Florida 5 shots, Miami 6. North Florida 4 shots on goal, Miami 2. Miami 3 corners. Osprey's just 1 corner kick so far. Cosgrove, the sideline entry. Cerna for McCartney. Final 3 minutes of the first half. Normally about this time you'd be still be battling the heat and the humidity, but we had a lot of rain earlier. Maybe not quite as much heat, but perhaps more like a sauna. Canali nudges it toward the sideline. Alarcon in the contest for Miami in the middle. Goal came in the 27th minute for North Florida by Sowers to give North Florida a 1-goal lead here at Cobb Stadium in Coral Gables. Kozarski got a foot on it. Can Miami level this thing right before the intermission? A chance for Miami. Alarcon collects it.
Really big opportunity here for University of Miami right before halftime. Line direct, put this thing into the box, and get a lot of numbers right in front of Milincano. Trying to cause a little bit of chaos between her and her back line.
This is going to be Foley that sends it in, Ricky. You don't often see this. Chips it in there, a lot of body surfing around. Final 20 seconds. Can Miami find the back of the net and level the contest before the half? Kozarski run down. Kozarski still alive. Tries to center it. Final seconds. And Miami's out of time, and North Florida holds on to a 1-0 lead here at the intermission.
Really competitive.
Miami will get the ball rolling here in the second half, and off we go. Down 1, 45 minutes to play. North Florida perhaps looking for a second one to put this game in a headlock for them. It was a turnover that ignited North Florida in the first half. Rambo trying to connect up the sideline. Good hustle by Kay for Miami. Rambo, a transfer from Florida, will bring it in for Miami. Gets it right back from Canali. Canali merited more playing time in the second half. Coach Masur has her start the second half.
Which was really impressive on and off the ball. Her work rate to make those selfless runs to put this back line. The Ospreys under some pressure. Now, what does the service look like into her? Because she's shown she can be a special player for University of Miami.
McCartney, Cerna. Cerna gets it back. Then McCartney. Wide side one more time. Miami trying to see if they can unlock this defense along the sideline. Crashing in is Flynn. Maura Flynn had a shot in the first half. North Florida did good work, Ricky, in the first half, but if you're over in the Miami locker room, you're saying, man, alive, did we just handed them a 1-0 lead?
That's exactly what the feeling was like for University of Miami. When on the ball, you were probably the better side, creating opportunities that we talked about at this Division I level. Fine margins, any sort of mistake, you're going to get punished for it, and exactly what North Florida has done.
Jessica Kay from Ridgewood, New Jersey, trying to light the Miami fire. There's Kay. Last year made her debut against FAU. Played 18 minutes against Notre Dame. Throwing now for North Florida, protecting that 1-goal lead. See if Miami has the guile here in the second half to unlock this UNF defense. Couple of shots on goal for Miami. Kay. One touch right back. Now a long ball. Jennifer Canali. Pontieri got the assist in the first half. Nice turn there. Sends it wide, tries to get right back to it. Pontieri, the unsung hero, on the assist.
She was the one who picked the pocket of Edwards, plays into the path of Sowers. When you have a midfielder who's so aggressive, can step off her line and win second balls, it's a world of good. It's a luxury to have for the secondary players higher up the field. It's exactly what North Florida did to get the opening goal here.
Miami attacking out of the back with long strides along the sideline. Alarcon. Possession stays with Miami. Flynn quickly gets it in. Canali doing a lot of work trying to get through 1, 2, 3 defenders into the box. Canali looking to try to get it back. Canali with the right foot. It's deflected. A second opportunity for Miami. It's rejected again. And off we go the other way. Hurricanes had 2 chances at it. Canali and Kay. And neither could convert.
Really good action yet again. Starts with Gallagher. And then Canali, but as this ball pops out, Nazarski, what a fantastic save this is yet again from Milian Cano. Has a little bit of help from her back line. But those are the moments that if you are University of Miami, you have to put the ball in the back of the net. You do all the hard work. You get yourself into the 18-yard box. You get in beyond the high line. Now you need to reward yourself. The second action that you've seen for University of Miami, not having the quality to put a bow on it.
You're right, Ricky. That was Kozarski, who played very well at the end of the first half. Carries over into the second half. Kozarski making a run up the left side with Canali in the middle. Canali trying to call for it. Miami's offense has come alive. We saw Kozarski at halftime before they kicked off, and Kozarski talking with her teammates and showing a little bit of a leadership role, and very nearly equalized for Miami.
You just look at the profiles on the front line for University of Miami, whether it is Gallagher, or Flynn, Canali. You want Canali and Flynn to stay high. You want Gallagher to drop in, to be that attacking midfielder. And when she gets on the ball now, one center back of UNF will step off their line, and that's what you can play in between. Really good action from University of Miami yet again.
This time Fry. Canali, will it go? Just trickles past. And Canali with a deep exhale.
She's been everywhere for University of Miami. Canali put the ball in a dangerous area. We've said it, you're going to get rewarded. It's an off-shoulder run from Kay. Just so unfortunate for the Brazilian not to put it back on target. Last-ditch defending effort from the back line of UNF.
Hurricanes have been knocking on the door. Can they find a goal to level this match? North Florida trying to figure out how to throw a net over the Miami offense right now. Hard takedown right there. Canali goes down hard. Here's another look, Ricky.
How good has she been? It's a really difficult challenge.
It always seems as if she's getting better by the minute.
Getting more comfortable in the University of Miami uniform. Salsi comes off her line, mistimes the challenge and catches all of the Canes player.
Big chance here for the University of Miami, trailing by a goal. 10 minutes into the second half. Miami's carried the play to begin the half. Kay for Cerna. Cerna with the right foot, weighs her options. Canali tries to head it in.
Really good ball in here from Cerna. Takes every single player out from UNF. If you are Nicholson, you're asking for a little bit of composure. You have more time than you realize to take that first touch.
North Florida trying to relieve the pressure. Miami with a pretty good onslaught here in the second half.
Really aggressive second half for Miami. 10 minutes after the break, whatever that, and Masur really struck a chord with his girls because they've been fantastic, not only on the ball, but their effort. Been all one-way traffic for the home side to start this second half.
McCartney sends it wide. This one lofted in the air. Canali's over there shadowing. How much gas does she have left in the tank? She's worked really hard on a muggy night. Ken Masur has made some changes near the end of the first half. They've carried over into the second half, and apparently that has worked. North Florida's had a tough time moving forward. Rambo cuts it off. Cerna out of the back. Racing for it was Flynn. Shots on goal are even at 4. Kay with a quick one-touch back to Grambo. And Kay again, being shadowed by Anderson. Canali in the middle of the field. Plays it to her right side. Canali toward the middle. Chance here for Kay. Kazarski trying to get there. Tumbles to the ground. Kazarski in a battle and showing good hustle. Keeping the pressure on. Rambo there for Miami. Trying to spin out of traffic is Thompson for North Florida. In pursuit is Flynn. Cerna all the way back into the corner. Good work by Cerna. Veteran player for Miami in her 36th game, her 19th start. Started 17 games a year ago. A goal and 1 assist. North Florida has been able to repel whatever Miami has tossed in their direction. Flynn hustles to it. Takes a peek and aims for Canali. Sliding in is Gallagher. Coach Massour's in his first head coaching job or first head coaching game, getting a very good effort from his squad.
Been really impressed. You've seen the foundation is there, what they're trying to do. The spacing in between players, the identity on both sides of the ball, who they want to be defensively. When they're on the ball, how expansive. That's the trust that he has in Cerna and Grambo, the ability to cover a lot of ground, but also when playing out of the back.
Kozarski's played over 4,000 minutes in her collegiate career. Transfer from Texas Tech. 75th career game. And you can see her experience because she has been relentless.
Her work rate as well as Canali jump off the page.
Kozarski 8 career goals. Can she find a 9th tonight? This one played in with Canali flying through the air. Emiliano just going to fall on that one. Everybody's going to take a deep breath.
The right idea from Laura Lynch. She picks up her head, tries to play it off the shoulder of the defender because Canali makes a really clever run.
Canali fighting for it, tugging in a tug of war. Nice move on the ball by Sowers. Sowers threads up, beautiful pass, and look out. Here comes Data toward the end line, and right there is Foley.
A little bit of a glimpse of how explosive Sowers can be. Does not need a lot of space to operate in. Draws in 2 defenders, puts into the path of Data. In the end, it's a really comfortable save from Foley. But now that we're talking about the balance for University of Miami, yes, you want to get the equalizer, but you cannot leave yourself vulnerable going back the other way.
15 minutes into the second half. Miami has tried to pick the lock here, but have not been able to find the combination yet. Kozarski trying to get to her right foot, and does now off the left foot. Sets up Kay. Kay to the top of the box, has it deflected away. Nicholson. Now Cerna. Hurricanes hoping that their effort is rewarded here soon with an equalizer. Pontieri fights off the Miami defense. And now into space, North Florida. Has some room, that pass just a little bit off target. Ooh, big collision there. Or nearly a big collision.
Good effort there from Flynn. Knew the contact was coming, continues her run. Result of that, wins a throw in for her side. Fantastic work.
Flynn from Arlington, Virginia. Kayla Bond comes in for North Florida. Edwards back in for Miami. Edwards has played a lot of soccer. 56th game tonight, 33 starts. Canali covered up, Flynn. On to the loose ball, Edwards. Grambo has it for Miami, wants to work it forward. Lays it off near side and gets it right back. Tries to drop it toward the middle. Bond, who just entered the game, is there with a nice move to get away from Kay. Stabbing at it for Miami's Gallagher. Carving through the Miami defense, North Florida on the right wing. Nice move, still alive. Sowers, good work with the ball, nice dribbling.
I saw it earlier in the first half, how comfortable she is with the ball at her feet. How quickly she can create a little bit of separation.
She can really slither through the defense. Here up the left side for Miami comes Kay. Kay off the right foot, Canali on a 1v1. Canali tries to get inside the box, off the right foot for Kozarski. Make that for Flynn. Emiliano will fall on it again.
See what Canali's trying to do, trying to set up her defender. And as she takes that touch horizontally, that's when you need to get your hips around it to put it on target. Unable to get the right angle. Quick goalkeeping. Emiliano to come off the line really quickly.
Miami has to get back on defense. There goes Sowers again. Sowers into the box and floats this one over the top.
The second time that we've seen Sowers and Grambo go at it. Two players of the highest of quality. So quickly, Grambo closes down that space. As she bites on the first one, Sowers takes that second touch. As she's falling, goes up and over the crossbar.
Sowers can really accelerate. Looks like she's going to get a rest. For Miami, Landers will come in. Canali will get a rest. Maddie Landers in for Miami. Fry in, Frazier out for North Florida. Fry, a redshirt sophomore from Colorado, Cherry Creek High School. Near side K. Grambo, I believe, has gone all the way for Miami. I feel like she's run about a marathon. The length of a marathon. Rambo looks forward. Tries to pinpoint a nice pass there for Landers. Got a foul here from North Florida on a shove from behind. From Dudley. Now McCartney lobs this one in the box. Headed away by North Florida. Miami trying to return the favor off the head. Edwards. Then down on the foot of Gallagher. North Florida scored in the 27th minute. First half, and one goal has been able to has been all they need. Leaning on that one goal to none lead. Under siege here in the second half. But finding a way to protect a one-goal lead and maybe try to extend it right here. Fugel gave it a pretty good go. Been a bit of a heavy lift in the second half for North Florida, but they've done the job.
Haven't really shown anything going forward. It's exactly what we'd expect. A side that's one up on the road. Want to make it transitional, want to make it compact in the back. Defense is going to be the top priority, and that's exactly what we've seen. Every single player behind the ball for North Florida. So if you are University of Miami, you're going to see a lot of the possession, but now what do you do with it? The ball needs to move quick. There needs to be a lot of movement to try to unbalance the Osprey back line.
Hurricanes carefully playing it across the midline, trying to build up their attack. Massive credit so far to North Florida. They've done the job. Took advantage of the one mistake and have defended for their lives here in the second half. Now North Florida settling things down. Dudley at the midline. Careful pass for Anderson. Oh, and a hard takedown, a twist down by Kozarski. Fry hit the deck hard.
Bit of an awkward coming together. Kozarski, I think she trips. And when she does that, she comes through the backside of Frey.
Now Siasi. Siasi will be on the ball for North Florida. Very dangerous player. Siasi lobs it in and ball is loose. Miami's got to flick it out of there. Foley had it, then lost it. Anderson back onto it.
Set pieces are a really important piece, especially when you're on the road here for North Florida. Haven't really shown anything in the attacking department in the second half. So fantastic way to get bodies right in front of Foley and try to get your second goal here. So you're looking for quality from the service of Bond.
Corner kick by North Florida. 70th minute. A line drive corner kick. Comes out to space. Foley goes airborne and is there to make the play. Near side for Grambo. Miami again will try to get their attack going. Off and running Kay, lost it. Away with it for North Florida. Fugel. On to Bond. Cut off by Grambo. Hustling in for Miami is Caroline Hood. Kay did some good work here in the second half. Now Hood will take over. Starting to get a little bit late now on the clock. This one goal lead has been holding up for North Florida since the 27th minute. Last time these two met, Miami was a 1-0 winner. Rambo for Kozarski, but couldn't catch up to it.
It's the right idea from Grambo. We've seen her on numerous of occasions have the ability to break lines with her passing. Playing to that front line just a little bit too heavy. I'm really impressed with her and Cerna throughout this back line.
Swingen had a brief rest. Back in for North Florida. McCartney off for Cerna, being tracked by Getz across the midline. Miami trying to find a way to slalom through this North Florida defense. Short pass for Dudley. Dudley being chased on her hip by a Hurricane. Kozarski. Hood. Here comes Kozarski. Collected in the back by Grambo. Tiptoes the sidelines, finds some space. Kozarski has it. Good something to be building. Watched by Dudley lost it out of play.
It's a really good opportunity that goes to the wayside for University of Miami. Their grad transfer from Texas Tech. Zarski, her and Grambo have a nice little understanding on this near side. But now you're just asking for a little bit more from the execution point of view.
Well, coming up on the 75th minute, Miami's been asking a lot of North Florida. What other questions do they have left here in the final 15 minutes?
Now at this point in the game, if you are Ken Stewart, you're doing a lot of the hard work. You've seen some foundations and progress being built on what you're trying to do and implement here for University of Miami, but understanding part of development is winning. So you have to find a way. Maybe you're not playing your best in the attacking phase of the game, but you have to find a way to pull out something out of this game, especially at home, to set the tone for the 2024 season. Big last 15+ minutes here for University of Miami.
Here we go. Ball in the middle of the field. Rambo out of the back. Takes a peek. Trying to connect with Kozarski. Anderson there to intercede. Nice and calm.
On the other side for UNF, how big of a result this could be for your season. Coming into an ACC school, getting the win, getting the shutout. Yes, not only with your resume, but also with the mentality and the confidence within the side. All to play for the remainder of this match. Going to set up for a fantastic finish between these two talented teams.
Hurricanes now trying to throw some numbers forward. Can't catch up to it. It'll be a throw in for Miami. Got something going here, Ricky. Perhaps that time maybe a little bit too fast.
That's something that we've seen from University of Miami doing really well, getting themselves into the final third, but just lacking that last bit of the last action, whether it's a ball across the 18-yard box, whether it's a combination, or even a shot from target, from distance as well.
Eliancano, 5 saves tonight in 75 minutes. Done a nice job. And Cano from Miami, played for Team Boca, redshirt junior, playing in front of a lot of family and friends, and has stood up tall to the challenge. Kozarski, one touch and gets it back in a race along the sidelines. A 1v1, then maybe a 1v2, but cut off there by Anderson. North Florida keeping an eye on Kozarski every inch of the way. Now Grambo from the corner. Can she conjure up some magic for Miami? The Hurricanes are looking for a moment of magic here. 76 minutes in to this opening night match. Grambo lofts it in there. Alarcon just didn't get all of it. Cerna on the far sideline. Another corner coming up for Miami. And some quick subs. Here comes Canali back in, who's played very well. And Nicholson. Can they combine on something here? Grambo from the corner. She'll try to be the architect. Will there be a finisher on the other end? Grambo looks in. Grambo sends it in. Collected by Cerna. Lines it up with the right foot and it's deflected. And cleared away by North Florida. They thwart Miami again.
Sets up really nicely for Cerna. She does everything right takes her first touch to set her up to pull a trigger. That's a bad giveaway yet again. I've been really impressed with UNF, how good they've been defensively. Look how quickly they close out the space. Exactly what we've talked about with Serna. She does everything right, but 4 players collapse extremely quick. Talk about a little bit of fight to keep this 1-0 lead intact. Eric Falconer is going to be really pleased with that in action.
Getting late now. If you're on the Miami side, tense and edgy, down by a goal. Charging in for North Florida, Fry. Miami the other way. Kazarski looking for some help. Carefully plays it for Serna. Serna trying to change the field. Now McCartney in the middle. Serna needed somebody to come back to help out. Was looking for Hood.
This needs to be quicker, but also needs to have a little bit more options ahead of the ball. Too many times, Serna, Grambo, McCartney have their head up with no options. That's when you're asking for someone to come to feet, someone to run in behind and stretch this back line to give a little bit of depth for this University of Miami side. As you bring in Maura Flynn, she's shown that she has the ability to be direct and to make those vertical runs.
Kazarski gets it left, right on the foot of. Here's Kazarski. Now for make that Flynn.
So as we see our first yellow card. Fantastic run in for Flynn. Gets her right before Dudley. No need to go to the ground if you're the defender. Flynn is making a run towards the corner. Just move your feet. Your job is done. As you become a little bit overzealous, you get yourself in the book, and now you give University of Miami a really interesting set piece from a dangerous area.
Now, big play here into the 80th minute. Big chance for Miami. What are they trying to do here?
I think you're aiming for that back post area.
There it goes, trying to flying through the air, trying to get a header. That was Hood. Could not get a clear shot off. About 10 minutes to go in this match. A 1-goal lead for North Florida. Canali poked at it. Canali and Cosgrove battling on the sideline. Flynn in the corner. Miliancano goes to the ground. Another easy play. Miami 10 shots, 4 on goal. Last year they struggled building offense. Tonight have not been able to find the back of the net. One breakdown has North Florida in front. A goal in the 27th minute. They've been able to lean on that for the rest of the match. For 53 minutes they've defended this lead. Montieri has it taken away. Hood couldn't get there. Sowers.
Been fantastic for UNF. Sowers is the only goal in this game, but has been a handful through 82 minutes.
Another corner for North Florida. Could put it away here with a goal. Hurricanes have been handcuffed here tonight. 1-goal lead for North Florida. About 8 minutes to play. Another yellow card.
Your attention, please. A yellow card has been issued to North Florida's number 14, Paige McSween.
A couple of yellows now on North Florida. But time is a commodity that Miami doesn't have much of right now.
I think that yellow card to McSwiggan is for time wasting. Takes a little bit too long to throw the ball in.
Hurricanes will go forward, trying to push it forward. This one pumped forward by Cerna over to Grambo. Grambo takes a peek. Trying to find Canali. Out wide. Kazarski. Kazarski trying to get to the end line. Now to the right foot. Kazarski has it deflected away. North Florida closing in on the finish line. Sowers racing to it. McCartney cuts her off. Sowers right now the headline maker with the only goal of the game. Right now is her storyline. Kazarski on the left side for Miami. Try to get it into Canali. North Florida has a player down. Right now it's play on. Now it's play has been stopped. Clock stops in the 83rd minute. North Florida 7 minutes away from beating Miami for the first time in program history. They have found a way, Ricky, to muzzle the Miami offense.
Been really impressed with how good UNF has been defensively. You can get every single player behind the ball, but now you're asking for effort, the ability to do the dirty side of the game. Defend in pairs, close down space, put your body on the line. We've seen all of it for the Ospreys. So if you are Eric Falconer, you have to be really pleased with what you've seen, the commitment to keep this lead intact. On the other side, for head coach Ken Masuer, really important for this remaining 7+ minutes that you get a lot of numbers forward. You provide width, you stretch out this back line and put a lot of balls into the 18-yard box.
Salas, a veteran, will come on. I was going to say at this point, right, it's all hands on deck moving forward.
Exactly. We're talking about result-driven business, especially in college soccer here. You can get something out of this game. Going to do a world of good for the confidence because we've seen some progression from this University of Miami. Bit of an awkward coming together. Thompson putting her body on the line, exactly what we've talked about.
So 83rd minute. A goal in the 27th minute by North Florida off a turnover by the freshman Allison Sowers. Has North Florida with a 1-0 lead over Miami. Trying to throw a net over the Miami offense. Salas into the game for the first time tonight. Some fresh legs defensively for Miami. Seconds are melting off the clock if you're a Hurricane. Swinging out, Fry in for North Florida. Uh-oh, that one right through the legs almost of Thompson. Miami trying to keep the pressure on. Landers comes down with it. Into the box, chance for Miami. And Miliacano comes out for the save. In the area was Flynn trying to hunt it down here late in the match.
But as this ball pops out, you want Flynn to be a little bit more instinctual and just have a strike right there. As she tries to take that second touch, now you close the window and you afford the ability for the UNF defenders to close down that space.
Very late in the match now. Sowers along the sidelines. Again, fancy feet. Rambo. And Miami has a long way to go to build the attack here, trailing by a goal. Canali couldn't collect it. 5 minutes to play. Can Miami find a magic moment? North Florida got theirs in the 27th minute. Cerna in a battle. Quickly on the ball and a quick throw in. Grambo. Not much time. Sowers again. On the move against Grambo. Nice job and tried to get it wide. Looked like Tavares was going to break free. Kazarski, 4 minutes to go. 1-0 North Florida. Cobb Stadium, Coral Gables, opening night.
We've seen this University of Miami side do really well with connecting passes in their defensive third, but also in the middle third, where it's been lacking and breaking down is right on top of that 18-yard box. That's the next step in progression for Ken Masua's side. How confident can you be to express yourself and be those difference makers, because the talent is there, you see it.
Kazarski to the Hurricanes have some huff and puff left in them. Racing forward is Flynn. Flynn tries to keep it alive.
Really good effort there from Maura Flynn to keep the ball in play, to keep it alive.
Knocked out again by North Florida. Nope, going to say out on Miami. Hurricanes huffing and puffing in the final 3 minutes to go now. North Florida looking at that clock, trying to get a huge win. That bus ride back to Jacksonville will seem like it's nothing. Canali trying to get to it. Deflected by Canali. North Florida ball, I believe. North Florida will take their time. Cosgrove wanders over. Probing and waiting. Now beyond desperate for Miami. Coming up on 2 minutes to go. Miliancano comes out and another nice save. Two minutes to play in Coral Gables.
She's been really decisive when to pick and choose when to come off her line. Miliancano, exactly what you want from a goalkeeper, especially on the road.
Cradled that one to the ground. Miami a long way to travel here. Flynn tries to keep it alive. Coming up on 90 seconds to go in Coral Gables. Hurricanes need to find a wizard here. Grambo plays it in for Canali. Sowers has it. Grambo takes it away. Landers tried to collect. North Florida just plays it off the space. McCartney has it. Long one. This is when you just start trying to lob them all in there. Whatever you got.
Doesn't need to be pretty, just needs to be effective.
Flynn comes up. Inside, a minute to go. A lot of screaming in the stands. Edge of your seat action here. And a 1-0 lead with just about 45 seconds to go. North Florida will take all the time off the clock. Maybe one more chance for Miami. This could be it for the Canes. Under 30 seconds to go. 1-0 North Florida. Trying to pull an opening night upset. Beat Miami for the first time. 15 seconds away from a great win for North Florida. Time running out on Miami, 12 seconds to go. Canali trying to get there. The dying seconds. This issue is going to be decided right now. That is going to be all. The issue has been decided. Yes? No. No time on the clock. They're going to say Miami gets a corner, I believe. Let's see. Don't go away. Hold on. One final chance for Miami, we think. Oh, we had an injured player. That stopped the clock. That's going to give Miami one last chance, I think.
Have to get everybody up. You are University of Miami.
I don't know. Cosgrove went to the ground in the dying seconds here, and with a cramp. It appears to be a cramp.
I'm Ken Masuri here. I'm telling Foley to get up as well.
Yep.
The goalkeeper, with every single body that you can, get around that 18-yard box and see if you can get any sort of action or play on this ball.
So now the last gasp for Miami for the whole shebang right here. A corner kick, the last roll of the dice. All or nothing right here. Everybody up for Miami, including the goalie. And here we go. Lofted up there and headed. Foley's trying to get a foot on it and cleared by North Florida. And now the issue has been decided. North Florida with a win on opening night. They repel one attack after another and hold on for a 1-goal-to-none win. Sowers